back to USA Hockey Arena on a Saturday night, a teddy bear Saturday night. And the Youngstown Phantoms lead the NTDP U18s 1-0 after one period of play. The only goal of the game, John Beaton for Youngstown. Well, it's great to reconnect with Vicki Foley.
Yes.
She's part of the Detroit sports media, and I don't know, Vicki, I'm honored by an award that your group was able to give me. Why don't you take it from there?
Well, Pete, we couldn't be more thrilled to be able to offer you the Kathy Bass Best of the Best Award, which we give out annually for media relations. And of course, you know, it was a unanimous decision by our board and our group, because you have contributed not only so much to the sport, but to media relations and the broadcasting side of things. So we are very thrilled to be able to present you with that tonight.
Well, Vicki, I'm just honored. I got to know Kathy Best early in my career when I really didn't know what I was doing. But typical of Kathy Best, she treated me professionally and kindly. And it was actually later than sooner I started to figure out a few things. And this is really a labor of love for me. So I'm really humbled by the award. This is not the award. It's back in my office. This is going to go on the ice. This is Max, by the way.
Hello, Max.
For Max Scherzer, because when I fired on the ice, I got to go sidearm like Max
Absolutely.
Scherzer. But I'm blown away by the award. I think what I'll do is just thank some people that helped me along the way. You were one of them early in my career. I don't know what you saw in me except a guy with a lot of passion.
Absolutely.
And, you know, there are guys like Peter Kermanos and Jim Rutherford, who actually was a guy that hired me first, and guys like Mike Bellucci.
Yes.
And Pete DeBoer. And of late, I work with a great staff here at USA Hockey Arena and USA Hockey in Colorado Springs. And I just want to thank people like John Edwards and Scott Monahan and Denise Ronayne and Mike Henry and all of those people. But most of all, and this is what I always bring up in all my broadcasts, I thank all the people out there watching.
Absolutely.
We have a national audience here between USA Hockey extended family and the NHL. I mean, you're part of the Detroit media, but we work for all 31 NHL teams. So, you know, Pierre Dorian, who's sitting over behind the curtain here, watches all of our games, and everybody in the NHL watches our games. So I'm really blown away by this.
Well,
and I want to thank you.
You've most certainly earned it, Pete, and we're thrilled to be able to present that on behalf of the whole Detroit Sports Media Organization.
Tell me a little bit about the Detroit Sports Media. I know it used to be called the Detroit Sports Broadcasters Association. You do a lot of work online. You do some YouTube work. What's new with the Detroit Sports Media?
Well, I will tell you, I mean, the organization has been around for a little over 70 years, which we are the only Detroit sports, or the only sports organization that is still together in the whole country. It's got a fabulous history with the biggest announcers. And so what we're doing is basically evolving. We're now Detroit Sports Media, so we can be more inclusive of writers, bloggers, social media experts, really encompassing the way that sports has changed in the past several years.
You know, it used to be back when I started in broadcasting, everything was radio.
Right.
And somewhere along the line, video started, and then all of a sudden television. So right now, Face for Radio is on television all the time. But that's the way the business has changed. Social media has changed it. And I know I have a pretty good social media following, but you have to be careful with it. But it has changed, as you said. And speaking of changes, I know you had your group had a new election last night. You have some new officers.
We do. We're kind of meshing our current board and new board members. We've got wonderful people who are going to lead the organization, like Jennifer Hammond from Fox 2, Jamie Edmonds from WDIV. We have a whole team of people that are kind of coming in that will help us continue to grow with the mediums that are out there and with the sports that are out there.
One of the cool things I see with your group is you're mentoring and nurturing young people trying to get into the business, and that's got to be rewarding for a lot of people with Detroit Sports Media.
Well, it's a huge part of what we do. We're a nonprofit organization. Everything is volunteer-based. Nobody gets paid, but part of why we exist at this point, you know, our whole goal has changed. We started out because we were treated unfairly, our, you know, past broadcasters, trying to get in the Tigers clubhouse. And so what we wanted to do is try and give back to the next generation that's coming up to fill the shoes that you're in, that other people in the organization are in. So not only do we do scholarships on an annual basis to students, we do a lot of job shadowing, a lot of mentoring, and it's our job to kind of pass the torch along and bring these kids up right.
So if somebody wanted to get hold of the Detroit sports media, maybe they're a young broadcaster trying to find their way, maybe an older broadcaster that may be out of the business for one way or another, but want to reconnect, how would they do so?
Just DetroitSportsMedia.org.
Okay.
Yep, that's our website. There's plenty of contact information on there.
Vicki, we'll let you go. It's great reconnecting with you, and we'll certainly do it again. Thank you so much for the award, and keep up the great work. I will too. It's really, I get paid to have fun every day, and I really do.
Yes, thank you, Pete. Congratulations again, and wonderful to reconnect with you as well.
Vicki Foley of Detroit Sports Media, a good friend of mine. We go back a long way, but check out Detroit Sports Media. You'll be glad you did. We'll come back with more of the first intermission right after this timeout. Youngstown leading this game 1-0 over the NTDP U18s, and from USA Hockey Arena on a Saturday night, a Teddy Bear Saturday night. You're watching the National Team Development Program on CN 900, CN 81, and HockeyTV.com. Don't go away.